Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Mazda 3. This is the hatchback. It's finished off in polymetal gray metallic, and the MSRP is just over $33,000. There's quite a lot of trim levels and options that you can go with this hatchback. So we have quite a lot to go over for this almost top trim level. Now this is powered by a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. It is paired to a 6-speed automatic, and it pumps out 186 horsepower, 186 pound-feet of torque. It is all-wheel drive. It'll do 0 to 60 in just over 7 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 25 in the city and 34 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way up front, you'll notice this gloss black trim accent is nicely integrated underneath the LED headlights, and it goes to the lower section of the grille. Now, this also has a sensor, which is the Mazda badge, for distance pacing. There's also plenty of cutouts in that grille, along with the lower section as well, and then a few lines that come down the hood to give it a great look. Not too many features up front, but it's nice and subtle and functional as well. Now, there's a lot more gloss black for the multi-spoke wheels. It's also on the lower side skirt. It's on the mirrors where there's a turn signal, and then the upper section of the window trim, and there's a sunroof up top. Now, you'll notice too the chrome trim accent for the lower section of the window trim there, and that's some very nice lines for both the fender arches. And then in back, there's gloss black for the spoiler, where there's the third brake light and the wiper blade. There's LEDs for the lighting. This gets a backup camera, and then gloss black for the bumper, along with the dual exhaust. Now, as we work our way to the interior, there's only one control underneath the Mazda logo there, which is also the grab handle to open up that lift gate there. You have a good bit of space with the back seats up. You do have some storage under the floor where there's also the spare tire, which is nice. And then you can remove this, you can fold down the back seats and get a lot more interior space. Now up top, you can lock the vehicle while you close it, which is nice. And then in order to unlock it, either grab the front door handle or use the key fob, of course. There's no proximity door handles for the rear. Now, as you can tell, this model has the red interior, which is a great accent. You'll notice more red stitching on the door panel. There's some storage, and then some chrome accents for that release handle. Mazda 3 is also an illuminating badge down below, and then you have a release by the headrest in order to fold these seats flat. And that gives you a lot more interior space, of course, for this smaller vehicle. That's nice to see. Now, at 5'10", I have a good bit of space in the back. You have one storage pocket. There's no vents or anything in the middle, and then you have this small bulge. If you had a passenger in the middle, you just place a foot on both sides. Now, there's also the armrest and cup holders, and at my height, I'm just barely touching the headliner, but I could ride around town. It is a compact hatchback, but it works for adults to at least ride around in the back. Now, up front, there's window controls, side mirror adjustments, more storage down below, and then the same Mazda 3 trim badge, and of course, the same design for these seats. Now, the driver's seat is power operating. It's manual adjusting for your passenger. Now, as we hop in, we can start this up where there's the leather trimmed steering wheel. On this left side, you have volume and tuning along with Bluetooth and voice commands, and then all the cruise control settings on the right. Now, you do have this info button where you can go through some information front and center. You'll see on the left side, there's the tach. The right side, there's fuel and engine temperature, and then you can toggle through all this information as needed. Now, on the left, you get a little bit of storage in the lower section. There's also memory seats. You have traction control along with the safety tech features that you can turn on and off. You'll notice there's one air vent. And then with the infotainment system, it is currently not touch screen, so you have all the controls down below. You'll notice too, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, where parts of it will be touch screen. When you put the vehicle into drive, it will no longer be touch screen. So you have all the controls down below. So you can go into your settings where you have a lot of information that you can gain access to and configure as needed. There's also your navigation, your phone. You have entertainment to get into your music. And then you also have some information that you can monitor here. So it's pretty easy to go through. You don't have a ton of info, but when you pair your phone to the system, of course, you can easily go through all of that. Now, underneath that, there's fan speed. You have temperature adjustments where you'd like the air to go. This even gets heated seats. And then there's also wireless charging, cup holders, and you get that backup camera like I mentioned earlier. where you have a pretty good size with those guidelines there. Now you can shift using the shifter. There are no paddle shifters for this model, so you simply just shift here if needed. There's also 2 different driving modes. You have normal, and then you can put it into sport mode too. There's auto hold with the e-brake. You have a favorites button, volume for your audio, and then you can adjust the armrest here, but in order to open it, you have to slide it all the way back, find the grooves there, and then it will open up. Where you have some auxiliaries, you have a movable divider there, which is nice to see. You have plenty of space in the glove box with air vents above that, your rear view, dome lights, sunglass holder, and adjustments for the sunroof. The sunshade is manually adjusting. Now you do have a bit of a pillar over that right side, a little bit over the left side, but driving it the last couple of days, I haven't had any issues with visibility. And still in sport mode, second gear, here we go. Now this isn't a true performance hatchback, but it does handle surprisingly well. For back roads like this, again, it's a small vehicle, so it's easy to place, easy to drive and maneuver as well. So this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for this 2026 Mazda 3. Like I mentioned earlier, you can go with the turbo as well. So if you want even more power, that is available too. And in sport mode here, we get a little bit more throttle response. And I'm very surprised with how composed this is for not being really performance oriented. Brakes work good as well there. It handles well. It's very, very nice to see, and with the all-wheel drive system, you are going to have plenty of grip where you can drive this in inclement weather as well, or just have extra grip for some turns like that. But super impressed with just normal speeds here going around these turns. Seats are also very comfortable as well. We do have the power adjustment for the driver, so we do have a little bit of a height adjustment. At 5'10" currently, I have maybe 2 inches or so of headroom. So it's pretty spacious for its smaller size. I will say with its smaller size as well, the cup holder storage is interesting. With the size drinks that I've put here, I've actually turned on the heated seats just by putting the water bottle in that space. So it would be nice to maybe see a small adjustment there. Just because on a 90-degree day, I don't need the heated seats going on. But of course, that will depend on the height of your drink as well. So you can't really put in too high of a drink, but you do have good storage in the door panels where you can fit some larger drinks as well. So it's a good mix of size and the amount of space that you have for the interior. For the items that my wife and I have had for the last couple of days, it's been nice to have an area where you can put things. I do like how you can gain access here too. I've been able to slide drinks in this way and have them stored there, which is nice, and you can still use your armrest as well. And then as far as maneuverability goes, I mean, that's a very, very quick and easy U-turn to make. So it's a great option if you are looking for a hatchback. You want something kind of small and one that is easily affordable with its pricing for a brand new vehicle in today's market where you have the essentials. It's definitely a great option to choose. And of course you can go with the turbo if you want even more. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 Mazda 3. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.